So this is kind of where we left off. I decided that I'm going to group together the headline with this shape. So I'm going to push Shift on my keyboard and hold it down and select both of these layers. And then you can actually push this button to group things. And if you need to ungroup, you can just push that to ungroup. So those are grouped together now. And this is my hand with plant layer. I think I'm going to move that above so that I'm just going to kind of match my layers to the structure of my ad a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this, let's see, one of these shapes. I think I'll move it above the button because the button's at the bottom. I might actually put that all the way, just in my head. This will help me keep everything straight when I'm actually going to animate everything. And as you can see, this is the timeline here with the layers, much like, kind of like in Photoshop, but a little different. And then here's how many seconds long this whole thing is, about 5 seconds. Here's the loop count over here. We can make it go forever if we want. One time, you know, there's quite a few options here. I'm actually kind of realizing this button should be on top because if I put it below, I can't see it, so that's not a good idea. So we can actually start dragging things around. So I think what I want to happen with this ad is I want the North 40 to remain there. But I think I want to maybe like fade this hand in. So that would be this one. So that's not going to come in until maybe like a second into it. And then there's like this little kind of almost like arrow thing here, and we can change, so we can make it fade in. Some of these are ones that we can't use, but you can slide right, slide left, up and down. I think there's more options if we keep going. So you can always just like play with some of this stuff. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have it fade in, which is right here. So that should be pretty easy after about a second. And then I want the headline and the shape to also maybe fade in at 2 seconds. So I'll have those fade. Or maybe I'll have it slide right. And they'll slide right together, I believe, because I have them grouped. So they'll slide together. Maybe they should slide left. Yeah, that might be better. And this shape, I think I'm just going to keep there the whole time. The button can fade in after, or maybe it can, I don't know what this custom is. Maybe I won't do that. I don't know what that is. I'm a little afraid to experiment too much here. Maybe it can slide up from the bottom, maybe. The button will. So we can actually go into custom, I guess, here and kind of look at the options. Some of it is blurred out, or, you know, we can't do because it's not with the free version, but I think you can play it here. You can do bounce, elastic, normal, ease type, tween type, ease out, ease in. These might be worth experimenting with. I haven't really done much with it, but you can customize your some of your stuff here within that custom button. And don't forget you have extra things that we can get to here. So I'm gonna make this go away. Maybe I can just click on a different layer to make that go away. And then if I scrub through my timeline, let me kind of maybe make this a little bit smaller so we can actually, so we can actually see. Maybe I'll try to grab it at this, where these dots are, so we can, so if I scrub through, it kind of starts off pretty plain, and then that kind of fades in, that slides left, and that one slides up from the base. So, and I have it on, you know, continuous loop. You can hide the timeline here as well, so if you're done, there's also things you can do on the end. You know, you can add to the end What does this do? So let's try this and see what that looks like. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I can also, I think I can remove this by, let's see. Oh, none, right here. So if you want to remove it, you can do that. So yeah, I think that's looking pretty good. It's pretty much how I'm wanting it to look. So when you're done with your animation, your design and your animation, you can go to embed code, and this is where you would add your embed code for your ad. It's taking a while to work for some reason. So this is where you would put your URL that your ad would click through to. So if I look up North 40 Garden Center, I kind of spelled that wrong, but I'm going to see what comes up. Home and Garden, something like that. So, I mean, we want to make it specific to this ad, right? So I'm not going to have it just go to like the generic North 40 site. I'll have it go to the Home and Garden page. So here's the Home and Garden. There's even a Lawn and Garden page too that might actually be more specific. Sorry, my son's in the background here. So I went to the Lawn and Garden, actually went a little bit deeper and went to the Lawn and Garden page. So I'm going to copy, Command C, highlight this URL, copy it, Command C, and then bring it into Command V to paste. And I want this to be on blank because that means a new page. Okay. And then, you know, let's see. Well, hopefully that sticks with the ad. I'm not sure if it will. And then if we go to, let's see here. So this should be saved. We want to save this as probably North 40 Garden Center ad 300 by 600. So we have the name of the company, the purpose of the ad, something that describes the ad a little bit, and then 300 by 600 is the size. This should be saved. One thing I realized I forgot was some contact information, so I'm just going to go into Elements and then click on maybe some of these brand logos. And maybe I will just bring over some icons. I'm going to change the color of these to be white. And then maybe make the drop shadow just so they stick off the background a little bit better. Some of our other colors that we used, I'm going to size this way down and move it underneath, underneath the button. I'll have to move the button up maybe a little bit. There's not much room on here for this, but it's really not sticking out, so maybe I'll have to change the color here. Maybe something like that, and then the drop shadow can be maybe like that. That's not bad. And then let's say they're on Twitter. Try to get that same color. Bring it down. Drop shadow will be the same as the other one, which was white. Okay. Move it down over here. Maybe a little bit smaller. It's still too big. Maybe something like that. And then, yeah, maybe just that. And we'll grab both of these. I'm just going to push Shift Those aren't showing up very good. So I'll try changing this color again. Actually, that does stick out pretty good at that, so I'll just do this. Okay. There we go. Maybe this one might need a different drop shadow because it's in a slightly different area than the other one is. So they actually have different colored drop shadows to make them stick out more. But it's a little on the tight side, but it works. I'll bring my timeline up again here. I might move the button up just a smidge. Okay, that's looking pretty good. So that should save it. Now, if we, yeah, remember you changed the name up here. And then you actually don't go here to download. Like, I'm not going to have you download this as anything. I'm going to have you... It says all changes saved right here. Okay, that's nice to see. So if you go to my workspace, you can actually see everything that you've made. Here's my garden center ad. And so if you go here, you can also download stuff here, but I don't really want any of these formats. I just want you to come here and copy the share link. So we can actually, when you go into Brightspace, and actually go to submit this, in the assignments folder, you're actually going to, I think it's down here. It's going to look different for you. People already, oh yeah. So if you go in here, you can, you know, go to submit to me. I guess I can make myself look like a student. So go into that assignments folder, find the Bannersnack folder, and then it'll be a text submission. So, you know, you'll have to go in and copy out all of your share links and make sure to return in between your share links. And then when you get all 5 of your ads in there, you would push submit. And that's how you're going to submit your project to me. I would just do them after you've completed all of them. Just do it at the end, after you are done in Bannersnack designing all of your ads. And that's about it for the first couple of sizes. Let's take a look here. So we did this one, but it's pretty easy to translate that into another different size, like the 320 by 50 and the 336 by 280. The Facebook video ad and the carousel ad are going to be a little bit different. I'll probably do separate videos for each of those as well. But honestly, these first 3 are going to be really similar. I don't know why that keeps doing that. So these first 3 sizes are going to be really a similar process. And then these will be a little different.